There are lots of things all around us, exciting things that surround us.
But how does it work?
Do you know?
How is it made?
Do you know? Things that go up, things that go down, things that go pop, things that go round, with special cameras to show you inside. It's going to be a big surprise.
But how does it work?
Do you know?
How is it made?
Do you know? Do you know?
Let's find out!
Hello, I'm Maddie, and today I'm having fun outside. What do you like to do that's fun outside? I like playing football. I love playing hide and seek. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the playground is brilliant. I like climbing. I like sliding. Whee! And swinging on the swings. But how does a swing go up and down, and how do we slide down a slide? How does a playground work? Let's find out. How does it work?
A playground.
There are lots of different types of swings, but they all have the same basic parts. A strong frame called an A-frame, because it looks like a capital A. Can you see? And stretching across the top of the frame is a long pole, and on the pole there are some brackets. The brackets are those metal loops that attach these two chains to the frame. Do you know what's on the end of the chains? That's right, it's a seat to sit on. And if you get someone to give you a push, then you start to swing. This is my friend Jess. She's going to give me a push. But what happens when the person pushing you stops? Thanks, Jess. You start to slow down. So if you want to keep on swinging, you have to use your legs like this. You push them forward and draw them up and underneath you. And you start to swing again. It's great, isn't it? But how does a swing keep on moving so we keep on swinging? I think we need to take a closer look. When we first sit on the swing, our body is in a sitting position, just like when we sit on a chair, and the swing is flat. When we push off and start to swing, we have to change the shape of our body to keep the swing moving. When we get to the front part of our swinging, we lean forward and push our legs backwards. Moving our body like this means we're turning the position of the swing in the opposite direction, and that helps push us back the other way. Then, when the swing reaches the back, we lean our body back and we push our legs out. This turns the swing in the other direction. Moving our body like this at the front, then the back, then the front, then the back, puts energy into our swinging motions and means we can keep on swinging and swinging. That was brilliant, wasn't it? What should we play on next? Let's try the slide. I love sliding down slides. Do you? Whee! There are lots of different types of slide, but they all have two main parts. Some steps with handles to help you get to the top safely. And then there's the main part that you slide down, which is always an angle like this. Do you know what helps us slide down a slide? Let's find out using this ball. When you let go of something, it falls to the ground. And that's because of a force called gravity. And gravity pulls everything on Earth downwards, even us. So if we jump in the air, we come back down to the ground too. Because Because the top of the slide is higher than the bottom of the slide, gravity helps us to slide down to the bottom, just like this ball. How quickly we go down the slide depends on something called friction. And friction is created when two surfaces rub together. Different types of material create different amounts of friction. It's why some things slide easily and others grip. This towel is made of cotton, and cotton slips over things easily. Watch this. Whee! That was really fast. That's because the cotton towel and the metal slide are both slippy materials, so there isn't much friction. But some materials create more friction. These are harder to move against, like a rubber mat, or these rubber wellies. I'm going to attach my special camera to my wellies so we can see what happens when I go down the slide. There we go. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. I'm not going very fast, am I? Can you hear the sound of the rubber against the metal? Well, that wasn't such a smooth slide, was it? Did you see that my rubber wellies were creating a lot of friction so that I didn't slide down so smoothly? What was your favourite thing about finding out how a playground works? Do you remember the name for the frame of the swing? That's right, it's an A-frame. Did you hear the sound my wellies made when I went down the slide? And did you see how I moved my legs on the swing to keep on swinging? There are lots of fun things to do outdoors, and today I'm planting some flowers. All you need is some soil, some pretty flowers, and then some water. And can you see, I'm planting them in this clay pot. It's round, and listen to the sound it makes. And it's even got some holes in the bottom so the water can drain out. But do you know how a plant pot is made? Let's find out. How is it made?
Plant pot.
To make a plant pot, we have to start in a place like this. It's called a quarry. A quarry is a place where materials like rock, sand and clay are dug out of the ground by big diggers. And this digger is digging for clay, and it's what we use to make plant pots. The soft clay is being loaded into the back of a big truck called a dumper. It'll be mixed with another harder type of clay called shale. It looks like big rocks, but actually it just crumbles away. The shale and clay mix is taken by a digger to the plant pot factory, where it's ground down into a fine powder in this crushing machine. The crushed up clay then travels along conveyor belts. Up here, over there, down here, and it ends up here. When the clay powder is ready to be used, it travels to this machine. It's called an extruder. This mixes the powder with water to create a solid clay. Look, can you see how the mixture is being pushed out of the pipe and then a wire comes down and plop, it falls onto the conveyor belt. And this is called a slug. Look at all these slugs. It's a funny name, isn't it? And each slug is enough to make one plant pot. The slugs travel onto a robotic machine called a pot press. Here, they're sprayed with an oil to stop them from sticking as they slide down into a plant pot mould. The moulds are spinning round really fast to make sure that the clay is spread evenly. The top part of the machine then presses down on the clay, which makes it squidge up around the sides to make the shape of a plant pot. Look, can you see it? There it is. Lastly, a robotic arm gently picks up the plant pot, puts it on a conveyor belt. And here it comes. But these ones are still slippy and wet. You can't put plants in a pot like this. So first, they have to be dried. The pots and some pipes, which are also made from clay, are put into a special dryer for 13 hours. Then, to make them even harder and even stronger, the pots need to get very, very hot, and something called a kiln. Wow! This is the kiln, and it's extremely hot. The tunnel inside gets heated to over 1,000 degrees, so I'm making sure I stand well back. To show you just how hot it is inside, I've got my special camera with me. This is a thermal imaging camera, and it shows us how hot or cold things are by showing different colours. Cool things tend to look blue, but hot things look yellow, and really, really hot things look white. What colour do you think it's going to be inside the kiln? Everything is bright white. Wow. The pots take 6 hours to travel slowly through the kiln. And here they come out the other end. And look, the heat has made them change to a lovely orange colour. The final thing to happen is that once they've cooled down, they come here for inspection. If a pot has a crack in it, it will make a really dull sound. But this one is smooth and solid. So what sound do you think it will make? This one sounds like a bell, and that means that it's ready to go. I think it's perfect for some plants, don't you? I loved seeing how plant pots were made. What was your favourite bit? Do you remember what the lumps of clay were called that are used to make each pot? They're called slugs. And did you hear the sound the solid pot made when it was finally ready? And did you see my special camera when we looked inside the kiln? It was so hot, it turned white. So the next time you see a plant pot or you have a go at planting some flowers yourself, you'll know how it was made. And now you know how swings and slides at a playground work. Right, it's time I finish planting these flowers. See you next time.
There are lots of things